Let's stay with stories involving young people, and please note the following story contains graphic details surrounding child abuse. The trial of 4 suspects accused of murdering Bontle Mashiyane is expected to start today at the Mpumalanga High Court. The 6-year-old was killed and kidnapped, we understand, back in 2020. Her mutilated body was later found dumped in the bushes. SABC News Reporter Nonhlanhla Jele is on that story and joins us now live. Get us up to speed, Nonhlanhla, with how we got here.
Good morning to you, and to the viewers at home. Indeed, we're just outside the High Court where, of course, we're expecting to see the trial of those 4 people arrested for the killing of Bontle Mashiyane. We do know that 4 people are expected to appear here, and of course, this trial or matter rather was postponed twice already. So, of course, this morning we're expecting to see some form of action taking place with regards to this matter. We saw earlier on, of course, people starting to come into this courtroom, into the gallery. Of course, we are outside because we're still waiting permission to start filming inside if we do get it. But just to bring the viewers up to speed as to the matter or relating to this case, we do know that Bontle Mashiyane went missing outside her home, and of course a few days later her mutilated body was found a few kilometers away from her home, dumped in the bushes. And of course 5 people were arrested a couple of months later, for the same issue, and of course they were charged with kidnapping and murder. We do know that one of the alleged mastermind, known as Mbombela, NPA, later on provisionally withdrew the charges against him, saying that at this point they do not have enough evidence to continue with charges against him. Of course, those charges would be later on reinstated. However, a year or so later, Mbombela was killed by a community in Matafeni. We do know that he moved from Masoe and started living just a couple of kilometers from where we are in Matafeni, where the community stoned him and of course set him alive. They burnt him alive, of course, after killing him, saying that they do not want this kind of a person living in this community. We do know that Bontle is not the only child that went missing, especially in that community. So, of course, when such things happen in communities, it spills over to other communities, and it is heard that this is the alleged perpetrator, and communities take the matters into their own hands. We do know that the 4 that is appearing here, Ayanda, is facing charges, of course, of kidnapping and of murder. Of course, maybe more charges are going to be added, of course, as we are expecting to see this trial kick off, Ayanda. As I mentioned earlier on, before, this matter was supposed to have started actually 2 weeks ago, but it has been postponed twice. So, of course, this morning we are expecting the trial to start, Ayanda.
All right, Nonhlanhla Jele is live to us there from Mbombela.